Yes. Question?
Excuse me, Prof.
Yeah, Amir.
Can we use CPC to support our section 10 of CCA? Because this one is regarding seizure and arrest, kan?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was saying, right? You are going to learn criminal procedure after this.
Meaning this one can be used what item to be searched, I mean the search procedure and stuff.
Yeah, betul. Right, because that,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, everything
Cross
that,
refer isn't it?
tak dengar, Amir?
Is it cross refer or they stand alone for this act?
What do you mean cross refer? Oh, the seizable offense.
Yeah.
Cross refer.
I see. Thank you.
Right. The police will act according to the warrant under the Computer Crime Act, the CCA. All right. But the procedure that the police is going to carry out in seizing they will follow the procedure that is mentioned in the seizable offense criminal procedure. The procedure will follow the CPC. Is that clear, Amir?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. All right. It takes a minute. You have answered it.
Yeah.
It takes a minute for your answer to travel to me. Okay, dear. All right. My cat seems to be very restless. Either they want to come in or something is happening at the door. Okay, can you hold just 5 minutes? All right, I'm back.
Doctor, I want to ask question.
Yeah. Siapa tu?
Azwa.
Azwan. Yeah, kat bawah. Yeah.
Your cat give me idea. Okay, for the section 10 ni, is it that you said that if police suspect the person that have commit to computer crime, then the police can arrest that person, right? Okay, what if the police dia macam apa? Don't dia tak puas hati dengan seseorang tu, tapi dia orang tu tak ada buat computer crime dia, tapi dia suspect. So is it simply to arrest that person using their power?
You look at section 3. What it does. It seems to be that my answer. Nanti sekejap. Siapa punya tu tolong offkan sekejap. Alright, if you look at this section 3, then you will know any police officer may arrest without a warrant. So if I suspect you that you are involved, suspicion, you don't have to be involved, but I suspected that you are involved. You may not be involved, but I suspected that you are involved. So what will happen? He may arrest without a warrant any person whom he reasonably believed to have committed or to be committing an offense against this act. And every offense against this act shall be deemed to be seizable offense for the purpose of the law for the time being in force relating to criminal procedure. This is where sometimes, there is this body called MyCC and MACC. Right? One is working with the commission, the other one is the SPRM. Okay? In the situation, in the situation of MYCC, usually, all right, they will ask you for to come into their office, right, to ask question, but they will always be associated with the police. For the police will ask you to come to the MYCC office for interview, just to establish. So the police, if you refuse, the police will arrest you and bring to them, and they will be able to carry out investigation, right, or interview. So might as well, when they request for you to come and participate for the interview in order to assist investigation, it is better that you go instead of you being arrested, because they have in this akta the power to arrest without a warrant. Okay, so tu besarnya the CCA, which sometimes, all right, being confused in court that they don't have the power to arrest. Under suspicion, police always have the power to arrest without a warrant on suspicion. All right, kita pun also know that a citizen arrest can also be carried out. If you suspect somebody but citizen arrest, you must have the action in front of your eyes. For example, you saw somebody who snatched somebody handbag, all right, snatch mean rob or snatch theft, all right, and run in front of you. So you go and catch that person, sit on him, and arresting him and take your tudung and rub up his hand and then bring him to the police, right? Okay, that is called citizen arrest. Citizen arrest can arrest, citizen can arrest, provided but element number 1 to satisfy that you have committed an arrest instead of you committed an aggressive behavior over the person, because your suspicion is supported by you witnessing. Mesti mata witness, bukan hati witness, not just thinking about it, but you saw somebody who creeps into the computer, all right, while you were about to switch off your office, all right, somebody sit down there, open up somebody else's computer using a password that he take out from from his pocket, punching in and trying to maneuver some, so you go down and you arrest him. That is called citizen arrest. Even a citizen that is not a police can commit citizen arrest, provided that person witness the action that makes him fall into the best suspect of the day. Boleh?
Doctor, what if the witness is tell a lie, tell lies, maksudnya tipu.
Alright.
Supposedly nampak dia kena curi.
Macam ni. If a witness tell a lie, then he will be guilty under the penal code for another crime, right? Lie in court, you will send to jail. That is called perjury. You will be jail for 3 years. Especially
Understand.
when you admit
So, madam, what if in this situation have a 3 witness, right? So only one tell the truth and another 2 tell a lies, and then how can court identify which one is the true happen?
All right.
Because
yeah, go on.
And then macam that is give confusing, right? It mean the truth is 10%, the lies is more. So how court decide from that?
Usually the court would need an assistant from the police to investigate which one of the that you think a witness is a good witness. All right. If one witness tell the truth, the other witness tell a lie, and if they are being named as a witness, they will be prosecuted for perjury. All right. Or how far would a court knows that the lie is the truth or the truth is a lie? That the court would need. The court doesn't have to do anything, but the court will then have to listen from the 2 prosecutors and the lawyers who presented the case to prove that how far is true, how far is lie, which one out of the 3 is telling the truth, and which one out of the 3 is actually telling a lie. Right? Okay. So when you are in court, it's not the court. Court will definitely knows because I identify, but it is the confirmation daripada the prosecutor or the defender that their job. So kalau there is a 3 witness and the other lawyer think that out of the 3 there is a lie, so he will work hard to make sure, all right, with the help and investigation from the police, who out of this that is actually telling the truth or telling lies. Macam tu. It's not that the court will be confused. You are the prosecutor, you are the defender. Your job to make the court clear. The court will make a decision from whatever that you have presented, either the evidence or the information. Boleh, Azwan?
Boleh understand, because I said this because sometimes I listen the case that court already made wrong decision, and then after 10 years they open back, and then wrong person that charged it.
Yeah, betul. I noticed sometimes it happens like that. But it's not because the court made a wrong decision. You should blame those people who submitted the evidence. The evidence sometimes are not acquired properly. It's acquired through a covert way, a mischievous way, all right, or lie, all right. So when the evidence was, when a lying evidence was put, that evidence is not being able to be traced, then that evidence will be for sometimes a good evidence until and unless the evidence can, then other evidence suffices. That's why sometimes a trial, all right, you've been put in jail for 10 years. Suddenly, after many years you were in jail, all right, they discover there are actually false. So the one who lied will go to jail, you will come out. All right, but unfortunately, because the court will only put punishment upon what is presented to them. Okay?
Understand. Okay.
Itulah sebab tu kadang-kadang bila you law student, you have this dilemma. All right, I got plenty of lawyers in my family, law student at one time. So either they want to work with as a lawyer, or they want to be a magistrate to start with, right? Or they want to work with AG chambers, or they want to work with a firm. All right. One of my son take the brave action. He was hired by a firm and paid a big amount of money, got married, go honeymoon in Korea for many months, come back, and suddenly, I don't know what strike in his head. He said, Ibu, I'm going to go and join the government and receive only 1/4 of salary. I've looked at him and I said, why? Why do you want to quit your good paying double, triple digit money to a government and become a government servant? I said, a servant, I said. And he said, because I think I am a better person to submit, to attend the court by the government, because most of the, all right, government servant can't, or whatever he was describing, or weak, or whatever, in prosecuting a case. So I want to be a better prosecutor. So that's my son. And today he lives in an apartment really small, but he's very happy. Okay, all right. Sometimes people change after. Sometimes you decided you want to do something else, right? Okay, but the thing is, what the point that I'm making is, right, in this institution called justice or the law, it's different, right? It's the hard work is done by the police. So the police sometimes have in their head that they are trying to gather information because they wanted this case to be charged with Section 5, for example. But when the evidence that is tendered to the AG for the prosecuting, the evidence were not enough to be prosecuted charged under Section 5. It is charged under Section 6, for example. So you see, then when it is in the Section 6, and then when you go to court, you presented it, right? The defendant, the lawyer for the other party that you have caused that person to be an accused, his lawyer find a way to say that some of the evidence are not good enough, not clear enough. They also rely on the certain same section. So you see, they come up with support from cases and cases. So those evidence crumpled. Only minute evidence surfaces. Therefore, when the police arrest that person, he had an idea that this particular man will go to jail for 10 years. When you prosecute, you think you have done a good job, but you don't know the defendant have already other plans, and clever enough, as clever as the prosecutor to prosecute, they find a way to exempt him from all the evidence or the liability. So instead of going for that section, he is only guilty as a person participating. So jail for 1/2 or 1/4 of the punishment, and goes to jail for only 1 year or 3 months, right? And what happened to the judge? The judge will only receive what is presented. Sebab tu kata dalam Quran, Ustazah Rohani nak kata, if you a magistrate and a judge, right? Some people doesn't want to be a magistrate or a judge because you don't want to make a bad judgment. But it's not you who made a bad judgment. As long as you make judgment according to what is presented by, all right, all those people before it was read or talked to you in court, then you are doing a justice. Okay? Boleh? Kita berhenti sekejap kat sini. Right? Then we continue in a minute. Saya pausekan dia. Okay. While I'm going for a break about 5 to 7 minutes. Right. So what I want you to do is think about it and ask me questions. I'm going to switch off my camera. Oh no. I'm going to put a